Okay, y'all. One other thing about this movie that I just posted previously, it's called Maybe I Do. Number one, if this is for you, maybe you do go watch it. And something to note is that one of the couples in this movie, one of the older couples, right, their kids are getting married, but the husband that's getting married, his mom and dad are both having an affair with the wife's mom and dad. Like, it's like a wife swap thing, right? Now, the husband's parents hate each other. Like he hates his wife, right? And basically, the other couple, the wife, her mom and dad, the dad has been having an affair for like 4 months, but the mom does not know. The mom is a woman of God, right? So she's kind of just been at home trying her best to stay committed, right? Well, she goes out one night to the movies by herself to watch a movie because he's not home, right? He's out with the mistress. And so she's at the movies. While she's at the movies, he's out with this mistress, right? And he starts talking to her. And this is when he like has this moment of realization, like, what am I doing here? Kind of thing. Like, life is just kind of passing him by. Like, what actually is he doing? And he ends up breaking it off with her. And he leaves, right, to go back home to his wife. Now, she's at the movies. This man, the husband's father, is also at the movies at the same time, and he's just crying, he's distraught, and it catches her attention, right? So she goes to sit with him, and they start talking, and then they end up spending the night together. Not spending the night, but they go out, they go get fried chicken at this restaurant, this place that's open because it's really late. It's like one of the only places open, and then they go to a hotel, right? And she's so committed to her husband that even in this hotel room, she's like, I can't do this. If there's a Bible anywhere in here, I cannot be in here. She's like, this ring, like, she takes the ring off, she puts it in the drawer, she takes the Bible out of the drawer, and she goes and gives it to someone outside of the room just to be like in there sitting comfortably. There's nothing sexual this whole night, though. It's just talking, right? And basically they connect, they have a great time. She brings back feelings in him that he hasn't felt in a very long time. She basically teaches him that he can love again, right? But this whole time she's like telling him how much she wants her husband to love her. Like, she doesn't want that love coming from anyone else but her husband, right? So the bride and groom, their parents haven't met yet. So they they have their parents come over one night for dinner. That's when everybody meets each other, and they're like, oh shoot, like, this whole circle that's been going, like this wife swap thing, like, they all notice each other, right? And they're like, shoot. Then the cat comes out of the bag, right? And when she finds out that her husband has been seeing this lady for like 4 months, she's devastated. She can't even look at him, right? She's just like mind blown. And when he finds out that she was out with this guy, right, for like a night, he's pretty offended himself, right? The two wives end up going to sit down to talk to each other, and the two husbands end up going to sit down to talk to each other. As the husbands are talking, he's basically like, dude, listen, she talked about you the whole night. That's all we did was talk. We didn't have sex. Like, we just talked. That's all it was. And she just talked about you. And she really just wants you to love her. She doesn't want that love coming from anyone else. And he has this moment of realization of like a change of heart. Within an instant, he has a change of heart, right? And he's feeling convicted, and he's in repentance, and he goes back to her to apologize and ask for her back, pretty much like just begging her, pleading with her to give him another chance. Everything starts to hit him, and it's just like feeling bad and repentance and all of the things. And as the wives are talking, the one wife, she's like, what do I do now? And she's the wife said, the other wife says to her, she's like, you forgive him. You go in there and you forgive him. She's like, I really don't want to do that. But at the end, when they go to the, like, once their kids get married and they're at the wedding, there's a reconciliation that happens. Now, with the one couple that hates each other, I don't think they end up getting reconciled, but the other couple, right? Um, Noting, God actually was in the midst of this. She was committed to God. So that's, maybe that is like, I didn't even realize that until now. Maybe that's why the other couple didn't work out, right? Because God wasn't even in the middle of it. But this other couple, like, God was in the midst of that. And it was reconciled. And so, something to note that when he was off with this mistress, though, and there was a scene of him sitting in a restaurant by himself, just like watching this young love in front of him, just loving on each other, these young people. And he was like, man, I'll never have that feeling again. So it showed me that, like, the reason that he went off with this mistress in the first place is because there was a lack of something, like the feeling of, like, a void that he was trying to fill. And maybe it was just that spark had went out in the marriage, right? That young love, that high that you might have been on, that he was on once. We all experience that peak, that high, and eventually it fades a little bit throughout marriage. Marriage is not always rainbows and butterflies. It gets hard. There's hard parts, right? But you can't just walk away like that and go, right? And the thing is, like, nobody in this world is going to fill that void but God in you, which is why he had that moment of realizing, like, what am I doing here? Like, it wasn't fixing anything, right? It wasn't filling the void that was missing. And he went back home to his wife. And again, like, no other person, no other thing in this world is going to fill the missing voids that they may feel. No woman, no drug, no alcohol, no whatever their vice is, right? It's not going to fill that void that they're missing. God's love, and you is what will fill that, right? That's when they are complete and whole. So if God said he's going to reconcile a thing, it's going to happen. If he is in the midst of it, if you are putting him in the midst of it, if you are being obedient and doing everything that he is having you to do, even when it doesn't make sense, even when it's not easy, that thing will be reconciled and put back together. He will, and at the end of the movie, when they reconciled, that spark at the wedding was reignited. That flame, that passion, all of the things was reignited again. So, this is specific. If this is for you, you will know it's for you. I pray that you find encouragement in it. I do encourage you to go watch this movie. And I do pray that it gets to who it needs to get to at the right time, if you feel led to so. My information will be there, and I will see y'all in my next video, whatever that may be. Okay, bye.